Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Nikolaos. The name Nikolaos is the anglicized spelling of the Greek name Nikolaos, which is derived from Nike, victory, and Laos, people, and so means people of victory. The CH spelling first appeared in the 12th century and became firmly embedded by the 16th century. The enduring popularity of this name is owed to one person and one person only, St. Nikolaos. The name became widespread throughout Europe in the Middle Ages due to the cults and legends surrounding this famous 4th century saint. Particularly recognized in the Eastern Orthodox Church, St. Nikolaos was the Bishop of Myra in Asia Minor, present-day Turkey, who lived between 270 and 343 AD. He was known for his religious zeal and extraordinary kindness. Although little is factually known, as with many early saints, Nikolaos's legends grew, and he became one of the most beloved saints ever. His piety was exemplified, for instance, in the story of a poor man who, without dowry for his 3 daughters, was preparing to give them over to prostitution. On 3 different occasions, each well disguised by the darkness of night, St. Nikolaos threw a bag of gold through a window and into the man's house, 3 bags of gold for each of the 3 daughters' necessary dowries so they could be married and saved from prostitution. St. Nikolaos's cult arguably had the largest following of any other saint between both Eastern and Western Europe in medieval times. It is said artists were inspired by his image, second only to the Blessed Mother. In the East, Nikolaos was invoked by sailors for safe travels. May St. Nikolaos hold the tiller. In the West, Nikolaos was believed to watch over children, stemming from a legend that he resurrected 3 small children from the dead after they were killed for food during a famine. St. Nikolaos was also the inspiration behind the Dutch figure of Sinterklaas, a magician-like character who left gifts for children around St. Nikolaos's feast day, December 6th, in honor of the saint's reputation for secret gift-giving and for his patronage of children. The early Dutch settlers of New Amsterdam, America, brought this concept to the New World colonies. The relics of St. Nikolaos are housed at Basilica di San Nicola in Bari, Italy, a place of pilgrimage for centuries. Obviously, it's clear that St. Nikolaos is one of the most beloved and venerated saints ever. It is for this reason that the name persisted in usage for over 1,700 years. Right now the English spelling of Nikolaos is most popular in Australia, Canada, and the United States. Personality of the boy named Nikolaos. The number 9 personality represents the completion or ending of the cycle, and a need for perfection. This is the personality that moves from self to a greater understanding and compassion for the human condition and the world order. They want to make the world a better place. 9s are capable of great spiritual and humanitarian achievements. They are courageous and fearless, able to fight great battles on behalf of worthy causes. These personalities will not tolerate injustice. They are compassionate people with a strong sensitivity to others. They are able to both educate and inspire. Friendships and relationships are the lifeblood to the 9, and they place a high value on love and affection. 9s are often exceptionally gifted artistically, and they have a keen imagination and enterprising mind. Popularity of the boy named Nikolaos. Nikolaos has consistently enjoyed high rankings on the American popularity charts for over a century, but the name really started to shine in the 1990s, reaching its highest point of success in 1999 at position number 5. Since then, the name has slowly slipped lower down the top 50 list, but is still a widely used name for baby boys. Probably due to his association with Santa Claus, or St. Nick, Nikolaos has a friendly, approachable, and cheerful sound to it. The names Nick and Nico are considered pet forms of Nikolaos and have become popular alternatives in their own right. Still, the rolling 3-syllable sound of Nikolaos adds more dimension and has always been the most preferred version of the name in the United States. Essentially a risk-free choice, Nikolaos can claim his victory now and forever. Quick facts on Nikolaos. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 3. Ranking popularity, 54. Pronunciation, Nikolaos. Simple meaning, people of victory. Characteristics of Nikolaos: intuitive, independent, multi-talented, oneness, perfection, philanthropy, idealistic. Cultural references to the baby name Nikolaos. Literary characters of the baby name Nikolaos. Nicholas Nickleby is the hero and title character of Charles Dickens' 1838 novel. In the preface to his novel, Dickens writes, "There is only one other point, on which I would desire to offer a remark. If Nicholas be not always found to be blameless or agreeable, he is not always intended to appear so. He is a young man of an impetuous temper and of little or no experience, and I saw no reason why such a hero should be lifted out of nature. Nicholas is a young man, born to a poor family in Victorian society, who is forced to support his mother and sister after his father dies. Nicholas the hero confronts a large and varied cast of characters as we follow him on his comical and satirical adventures. Punishing wickedness, befriending the helpless, strutting the stage, and falling in love, Nicholas shares some of Dickens' energy and earnestness as he faces the pressing issues of early Victorian society. Kate is the put-upon younger sister of Nicholas Nickleby in Charles Dickens' 1838 of 39 third, serialized, novel of the same name, Nicholas Nickleby, or The Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. After their father dies, leaving them penniless, the little family must rely upon the charity of an uncle, a heartless man who really cares nothing about them. Kate is forced to work for a while as a milliner, and she and her mother endure uncomfortable lodgings, while Nicholas is off earning a living. Kate, while gentle in the way of her contemporaries, shows considerable fortitude in her hard life, working hard, saving her virtue from the notorious Sir Hawk, avoiding her harsh uncle and, finally, finding her true reward and true love with the fortuitously named Frank Cheeryble. Famous people named Nicholas: Nicholas I, Emperor of Russia, Nicholas Romanov, last Emperor of Russia. Historic figures with the name Nicholas. St. Nicholas was a 4th-century bishop in the town of Myra, present-day Turkey. Despite all the legends that surround him, nothing factual is known for certain. He performed many good deeds and was a friend to the poor and helpless. Myths and legends soon sprang up around him. He could supposedly calm the raging seas, rescue desperate sailors, help the poor and downtrodden, and save children. He was soon named as the patron saint of sailors. The most famous legend, of course, comes to us via the Dutch Euro, where he is known as Sinterklaas. 2 weeks before St. Nikolaos' Euro traditional birthday, December 6, he arrives to the Netherlands by way of steamboat from Spain, along with a couple helpers. At night, he tramps across the countryside wearing his red mantle, his tall hat, his golden staff and his long white beard with his book that lists all the good and bad children. From his bag, he disperses the gifts and candy to only the good children. St. Nicholas has also become the patron saint of children born Nikolai Romanov. Nicholas II was the last emperor of Russia. His reign saw Imperial Russia go from being one of the foremost great powers of the world to a complete economic and military collapse. As head of state, he approved the Russian mobilization of August 1914, which marked the first fatal step into World War I and thus into the demise of the Romanov dynasty less than 4 years later. He abdicated following the February Revolution of 1917, during which he and his family were imprisoned. He, his wife, son and 4 daughters, one of whom was Anastasia, thought to have survived, were murdered by the Bolsheviks in 1918. Today, they are all considered martyrs and have been canonized by the Russian Orthodox Church. Nicholas I was the Emperor of Russia from 1825 until 1855, known as one of the most reactionary of the Russian monarchs. On the eve of his death, the Russian Empire reached its historical zenith, spanning almost 8 million square miles. In his capacity as the emperor, he was also the King of Poland and the Grand Duke of Finland.